Dear forward-thinking business owners, do you find yourself incredibly busy trying to face your daily challenges? Of course you do, just like myself. Your schedule is jam-packed. I get it. This all comes with the territory. Being a small business owner, your life gets a little bit busy. You have to manage challenges. You have to day-to-day grind it. But here's the thing. You have the opportunity now to transform all these challenges into an opportunity.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Here are some reasons why small business owners are swamped with daily tasks, how it will affect you and your business long term if you don't fix it, and why it is crucial for you to take action right now. Number one, limited resources. Small businesses usually have limited budgets, manpower, and infrastructure, which means that business owners like you and me often have to wear multiple hats to keep the business running. So which means we have to embrace these resourceful solutions. Yes, resources might be limited, but that doesn't mean that we are confined. We have a lot of options. So it's time to leverage what you have, think creatively, and strategically allocate your precious resources, right? So this is how I would do it. I think the first thing that you can do is you want to consolidate all your incoming messages from your customers, right? So one of the biggest challenges for business owners is trying to manage all the incoming inquiries and then answering all the FAQs, answering all the questions, and having so many different apps managing all this. You have your WhatsApp, your Messenger, your Instagram, your TikTok, your emails. And when you have to open many apps, right, it becomes very overwhelming. So if you want to manage your resources, your manpower, and your focus, one is to make your life easier. Make sure everything is connected so that it goes into one place. So how to do it? There are many ways of doing it. You can check out the softwares that I use. YesHello, for example. There's one option for you to integrate all your communication into one place so that you can be more resourceful in answering your day-to-day with your clients. Number two, wearing many hats and hands-on management. So what is this? So in a small business, the owner might need to be the CEO, the accountant, the marketing manager, customer support rep, and many more, right? Sometimes we have to do 2-3 things at the same time. This diversity of roles demands time and effort. Plus, small business owners are usually directly involved in the day-to-day operations, decision-making, and problem-solving. So what you want to do is you want to have efficiency through delegation. Some of you might not have the luxury to delegate to a specialized department or to a manager, but you got to start thinking how to do this even now, even when you don't have one. Start with listing down all the tasks that you have to do, right? So while you are excelling at doing things, wearing so many hats, it's also vital to recognize when and what to delegate. So that's where listing things down that you do every day is very, very crucial. So delegating tasks allows you to focus on what only you can do, right? So if you can delegate it, start listing it down and then start delegating. So what you can do is you want to start delegating things that are repetitive, like answering customer inquiries, the price, your location of your shop, answering emails, scheduling meetings. So all these things that you know that you can delegate, you want to start, even if you can't delegate it yet, start listing down the things that you can delegate. Number 3, multitasking. So this relates to the first one. Because we are wearing too many hats, we are now multitasking, right? So with many responsibilities to manage, from finance to marketing to customer service managing inventory. Small business owners find ourselves juggling many things simultaneously, all at the same time. Very, very stressful. So what you want to do is you want to master the art of prioritization. So you want to prioritize what to do first, what to do second, what to do third. I know this sounds a little bit basic, but let me share with you some tricks that I think might help you, right? So juggling many tasks might be overwhelming, right? But the key lies in prioritization. So you want to identify what truly matters, and you'll see this load suddenly lightening, right? So an easy way to prioritize is when everything is transparent and organized. You want to see whether your day-to-day activities with your you and your team and your customers, your internal operations, your conversations between team members, is it transparent? If it's not transparent, maybe that's one of the reasons why you're feeling like you have to do everything at the same time. But in actual fact, you could do one after the other if you get to see everything transparently, right? So once you have everything super transparent, things become easier to do. It becomes lighter, because just like in real life, right? So if you hide things inside the drawers, whatever is in front of you is the thing that's urgent. But if you put it on a big whiteboard, for example, then you get to see from a 10,000 feet view what needs to get done, and you can prioritize it like a strategic planner, right? So you can do this same thing also with your day-to-day, with your conversations. And I think because you are not using the right software, because you are having your team use their personal WhatsApp and all your communications is everywhere, so the things that you gotta do is hidden, right? So when everything comes up and you have to handle everything at the same time, you get overwhelmed. So you want to create transparency. And how to do it is through well, there's many ways of doing it. Software is one of the ways. So number 4, customer-centric approach. So small business owners often pride ourselves on providing personalized experience, right? So that's where we can shine if we want to compare to the bigger guys, right? So us as business owners, we invest time in building stronger relationships, more personal, addressing individual customer concerns, and we want to make sure that customers are satisfied, and that is great. So what we want to do is we want to elevate this customer engagement, make things easier for us and our team, and have our customers get this feeling of good service more deeply, better, more efficient, right? So you already know that customer satisfaction is the name of the game. It's number 1 priority. So by actively engaging with your customers, you're not just retaining them, you're building this brand loyalty. And to make it easy to engage customers, you want to be able to make it so that, one, it is clear and transparent who needs to be handled first, which team member is supposed to manage which customer, and which customer is most urgent to handle, and to see whether they are satisfied after you've already fixed their problem, right? And then an easy way to follow up, you can even put notes where it is appropriate, and you can review back all the conversations and engagements if you need to, right? So imagine, for example, that you've already spoken to Mr. Allen, and then a week later, you get a pop-up, and then you say, okay, follow up with Mr. Allen and see whether is there anything else you can help out, right? So those types of simple things can be created so that you don't forget, so that your team don't forget and knows who to prioritize when. Number 5 is resource allocation. So owners need to decide where to invest their limited resources, whether it's money, time, or manpower. This constant decision-making process requires careful consideration. Yes, we have a lot of things on our plate, and we only have so much resources. We have to figure out where to prioritize, where to put my time, where to put my energy, where to put the cash, right? And where to put the effort of our team. All these things is very important because we don't have unlimited resources. So what you need is decision-making mastery. And to be a master at decision-making, number one is you need all the info. And you also have to have your team be a master at decision-making as well. So they too need to have all the information. So transparency is key. So you want to be able to trust that your team has as much information as you do, so that you can trust that they'll make the right decisions, just like you, just like how you train them when the time comes. Yeah, so resource allocation decisions are tough, right? But it's time to master them. By analyzing, evaluating, and making informed choices, you are setting your business on the path to success. So like I said, transparency, real-time team collaboration, and you want to start to organize things so that your team knows where to find the information that they need to make the decisions. Number 6, another reason why a lot of small businesses are super busy is because of this competitive environment. It's very competitive today. So small businesses may be competing with larger companies, not just with smaller companies. And those larger companies have more resources. So this can lead to the need for extra effort in marketing, innovation, and customer engagement so that we can stand out. So what we have to do is we have to compete with confidence. So it's time to give the competition a run for their money. Your small business has the potential to stand tall, be strategic, be creative, and be relentless. So we have this maneuverability. So we are agile, we're smaller, they are big. It's very hard for them to do things, right? So since we are agile, we need to find ways to take the advantage. So we want to find affordable software out there that can do the same things like the bigger guys can do. So if they have fast customer engagement, we want it to be faster. So they have more info and data about your customers. You want to have good, strong connections and relationships with your customers. So those bigger guys, they don't have that capability to have stronger, deeper relationships. But us as small business owner, we do have it. And with the right mindset and the right commitment and having everything be organized, your team can have this strong relationship with your customers. Number 7, the reason why a lot of small business owners are super busy is because of the long hours. It's not uncommon for small business owners to work long hours, right? So including weekends, holidays, especially during the critical phases of the business growth. When we are growing, when things are exciting, that's when we want to put the long hours, and that is understandable. So what we want to do is we want to achieve the work-life integration. Balance might not be possible at that times, but you want to integrate it so that it works. Yes, you work beyond the standard hours. That is a given as a business owner. But it's time to find this elusive balance. Even if you can't find it, maybe try to get close to this balance. And here's some tips on how you can do it, right? So number 1, the biggest challenge I see with small business owners is this mixing of personal and business communication and WhatsApp. So too many WhatsApp groups, too many WhatsApp chats until the night, even the weekends. So one thing is you want to separate business and personal. Number 2 is you want to try to automate the replies after work hours. I know it's a little bit tough, but there are ways of doing it, right? So what if you have a smart automated reply? What if you have delegation? What if you have a way for a knowledge base so that they can help themselves? There are many ways to solve this issue, and you're not the only one with this big problem. And other small businesses have solved it already. And if you're interested to see how you can solve this biggest issue of too long hours and no separation between business and personal, you want to check out YesHello, how we solve Volvo, Jaguar, Land Rover, TeaLive, many other up to 400 businesses that we've helped to solve this specific problem. Number 8, another reason why small business owners are super busy is the steep learning curve. Small business owners often need to acquire new skills on the fly, whether it's learning about digital marketing, finance management, technology adoption. There are thousands of things that we need to learn. So as a business owner, we need to embrace this learning. So we know that we have to learn, embrace it, and know that every skill that you acquire is going to be an asset to you and your business moving forward. So embracing learning curves, challenge yourself and equip yourself with the tools you need to excel. So you know where you want to know where to find the information, you know which information is crucial, and then you want to carve out a time so that you can learn it, right? So here's a suggestion. You want to maybe find a community where you can share knowledge with like-minded business owners. So this is where you choose once a week where you can meet them and share tips, share challenges, and sometimes even service providers offer knowledge and training where you can sit down and understand new ways of doing your daily things, right? So make it a culture internally with your team. Maybe have once a month where somebody teaches something new. Have this culture of learning, right? Once they know that it is something important to you, they themselves will open up their brains and look up for new things to teach their team members. Number 9, one of the other biggest challenges why small business owners are super busy is this sense of personal investment. Since small business owners have this personal stake in the success of our baby, our venture, right? So we often feel this strong sense of responsibility and ownership. So driving us to want to put this extra effort, put this extra time, and hence that's why we are extra busy. And it's okay. So we want to shape our legacy, and that is great. But you want to shape it in a deliberate way. So to build something that lasts after us, that grows when we are not around, that leaves a mark and that echoes for generation to generation, that is the dream for a lot of business owners, and that's what we want. And how to do that? You want to create something that can run without you. That's number 1. That can grow without you. That your team can come in front of you and lead you, and you run the company on the passenger seat, right? And the only way to do that is through processes and systems. And the first front line of these processes and systems is with your clients, with your customers. Communication with your team, your company, and your customers. That's the first part, and that's the most overwhelming part. Based on my experience for small businesses, this is the first and most crucial part that you want to systemize, right? So once you systemize this part, the rest of it suddenly becomes easier because you can now hire new team members, you can create processes to automate. There are a lot of other solutions that can be done once you already know how to systemize or create a process to solve this first front-facing part. So while the above factors contribute to the busyness of small business owners, it is important for you to find ways to balance your workloads, prioritize your tasks, and potentially delegate or outsource certain responsibilities to ensure long-term sustainability and well-being for you and your business. So it's time to shine, to seize control of your journey as a small business owner. Transform challenges into stepping stones, into successes, and let each action be your compass, your direction where you want to go next. So the road to success is waiting. Let's take the first step. I promise your dedication and your effort is going to pay off big time for yourself and for your business.